Welcome to the channel. I am sharing with you today our thoughts and opinions on the Wordly Wise curriculum, levels 2 and 3, and I'm going to show you a few extra things. Stick around. Welcome to the channel. My name is Morgan here at The Life of Tillmans. If this is your first time, welcome. I'm happy to have you. I hope that you enjoy and find useful everything that you see here on the channel and that you choose to stick around. Click that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you do not miss any of the uploads here on the channel. If you've been with me before, welcome back. I'm happy to have you. Welcome to the family. I just enjoy having everybody here. So just thank you so much for giving up your time because you don't have to do it. I am sharing with you all the Wordly Wise curriculum. I did a flip through on this curriculum and I will link that video down below if you did not get a chance to see it, but I went through page by page and showed you what it looked like. That was before we started using the curriculum. I'm going to give you my opinion of this curriculum, my girls' opinions of the curriculum, and then I'm going to show you some of the features that I talked about in that video that are here that are used to help enhance the curriculum. First off, we've been using the curriculum now for about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks or so. And a lot of people have this kind of negative thoughts about vocabulary. You're simply learning the meanings of words, blah, 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 right? I felt the same way, but it's also necessary. It's necessary for us to learn the meanings of words so that we can grow our vocabulary, right? But I don't want it to be a boring thing, but I heard amazing things about Wordly Wise, so I had to try it. And it's not expensive either. That was another plus. Budget friendly. What do we really think? I personally like the curriculum. I think that it works well with the repetition throughout each lesson. There are 15 lessons, and within each lesson, there are 5 to 6 activities, and they go 1A all the way to 1E, and then there's also an extension activity. I showed that in the video. Like I said, I will link that down below so that you can get all the details of that. But it does a really good job of having the child go over those words over and over again so that they really do understand the meanings. Can it be repetitive and potentially boring? Absolutely, 100% it could be. However, the change up in the different lessons, you get something different each day or each lesson part that you go through. So 1A has a different focus than 1B, than 1C, and so forth. That makes it interesting. What do my girls think about the curriculum? They actually like it. They really do like it. It's simple, concise, straight to the point. They can get through it. The first, like section 1A is where you go through and study all of the words. There are about 10 to 12 words. They study those words and they answer a few questions. That is probably the longest section within each lesson, and it takes the girls maybe about 10 to 15 minutes because they're studying, they're going over the words. Some of the words have more than one meaning, so they're understanding and learning that part. They're learning the parts of speech that the word has. That is a part of the process for the first section within that lesson. The rest of it, they may have on 1B, there may be 5 questions that they need to answer, or a couple of fill in the blanks. Things like that, a little passage that they may need to read, something like that, that takes them less than 10 minutes. If you're doing this once a day, or if you're doing it daily, if you're doing it daily, then that's 10 minutes out of your time, and it's helping them to gain so much as far as vocabulary goes. In the beginning, my girls didn't like it, I'll be honest. The first couple of days, they're like, what are we doing? I think it was the combination of something new with it not being something hands-on and full of activity, that type of thing. But they have adjusted and they don't mind. There's no grumbling when it says, you know, when I'm like, hey, let's get our Wordly Wise out. There's none of that. They're like, okay, let's get it out, because they know that it's only going to take them 10 minutes. The tests don't take long at all. They simply go over the questions, and if one word has more than one definition, they will have 2 questions for that, or however many definitions or meanings it has. For example, if the word has 3 meanings, then you will find 3 questions within the test that address each meaning for that specific word. So you could have anywhere from 10 to 20 questions. It still does not take long. Multiple choice, pick the one that goes, the correct meaning, that type of thing. And it does put them in what I would call living questions. So the dog uses his claws, or the cat uses their claws to scrape the wall. What are we talking about with claws? It's very relatable, I guess is what I will say. So that part has been good. Has it helped my girls to increase their vocabulary in just this short 3.5 weeks? Absolutely. They have learned words that they did not know, and they are using them every day as often as they can. That is another piece that I added into it to help just encourage them, because if we are using them, then they become a part of our memory forever. So I encourage them to use those words. So I say, okay, use one of your vocabulary words today, or I just encourage them to do that. So that's been something fun, and it's increased our conversation as well. Okay, another piece to this curriculum. I showed it in the video, but in the front of the book, of every book, well, at least we have 2 and 3. In the front of the book, let me show you really quickly, if I can get to it. I always struggle with doing this on camera, but I don't want to like pause the camera and do all that. Okay, in the front of the book, it has here the Quizlet. Quizlet is a website that you go to for additional activities. It gives you the instructions for setting up your account on Quizlet.com, and there are additional activities. What I'm going to do is take you through a journey on Quizlet on the computer. If your child is one of those that wants to add in a few extra activities, or maybe they're just not getting the meanings of the words, Quizlet is an outlet for them. You could change it up, and you could incorporate Quizlet on Tuesday, Thursday, and then they do the book Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tons of options to add in Quizlet to add more dimensions to it. I applaud Wordly Wise for doing this. It gives options. If your child is not one to sit and go through the workbook and take that 10 to 12 minutes that they may need to complete one of the sections in a lesson, Quizlet is an outlet. I'm gonna flip the camera around and let you guys see what I'm talking about. Okay, here we have it. What you're simply going to do is just follow the website that's in front of the book, and it is quizlet.com/p/wordlywise3000. This is where we go. And I've already set my girls up for an account. It's super easy, and setting up the account is completely free. No additional charge of any kind. There is an option for an upgrade. Not really sure what that entails for upgrading, but it's a possibility if you'd like to do it. But this basic one here is completely free. What you will do is you go into Wordly Wise, and there are folders. You will click on whatever level your child is on. It goes all the way up to 12th grade. Here we are doing level 2, and it will then take you to all of the different lessons. Lessons 1 through 15 are here. You have an option, if you click over here, to bookmark these so that each time your child logs in, I've already bookmarked hers, so that each time your child logs in, it will automatically bring up their course level, or their, what is called folder is here. If you go into lesson 1, and there are 10 terms for lesson 1, and here you will find the different options for studying. There are flashcards, learn, write, spell, and then you have a test. Then there are also ways to play. You can match and do gravity. I'm just going to show you guys what's in each one. For flashcards, obviously this is where we are here. Flashcards, it says click to see the definition. You would click here, and here is your definition. The next one would be claw, and you can click to see the definition. You can also make it to where, I'm going to click on flashcard here. So it can also read to your child here. It will do it for you. And then there are options down here to the left, and you can answer with the term, or you can answer with the definition. If you answer with the definition, what it will do is have the word here, and then you flip it to the definition. If you want to have it answer with the term, then your child will read the back part of the leg between the knee and the ankle is what, or a young cow or bull is a calf. And they would click, and here is calf. That is how you do flashcards. There are 10 definitions. You go through each one. You can click on the play button, and it will go through them for you. on their own. I'm going to go back and then we'll go to the Learn section. So in the Learn section, this is where you can like change who you are and all that. We'll skip the personalization here. It gives you two things of the same kind, two people who do things together. Would it be calf, yard, a couple, or shelter? Obviously the answer is couple. You would click on couple, you would get it correct, and it would take you to the next section. That is how you would do the Learn. This also tells you if you have known it well, familiar, how many you have remaining. So I just answered 1. So she has 9 questions remaining because there are 10. I'm not sure what's in the options section. Exact answer or one answer are an option. You can do terms and definitions, and you can choose the question types: multiple choice questions, written questions, flashcards, audio on and off. You can start over to reset their progress. This is really awesome. Here, we're gonna go back and then we're gonna go to the right section. In the right section, they can type in the answer. Anything that covers or protects to give protection or safety, which will be the word shelter. I'm gonna type in shelter. One thing about this is that it also helps your child with spelling. Answer correct: a pillow or soft pad or soft with a soft feeling. So you would type in cushion. It gives you correct or incorrect. You also have an option to click don't know. Then they would just have you copy the answer here. This will help reinforce if your child for some reason does not know the answer. And then under the spell section, not only are we learning the meanings of the words, we're also learning how to spell those words as well. Click here to start audio. I'm gonna do audio for you.
Groom.
So the word is groom, and then your child will type in groom and hit enter.
Calf.
Got it correct. And now it will read to them the words that they need.
Calf.
Okay? And there are more options here. So under each section, some of the same ones, you can turn the audio off. Exact answer or one answer. You can have them answer with the term or the definition. And we're gonna go back. And then here is your test. In the test, you could use this test as I would call a pre-test. Have your child take the test on the computer, and it gives different formats for it. There are 3 written questions where they would fill in, 3 matching options, 2 multiple choice questions, 2 true or false questions. Check their answers, and then they would be able to see what they've done. You have an option to also print the test over here, which is awesome, really cool. And you could use this as a pre-test and then have your child do the written test in the actual test booklet so that you could keep a record of it, or you could just print it off if you don't have the test booklet. Some of the other fun options for them to be able to play, there is matching. And you would start the game. You have to make everything disappear, drag the corresponding items onto each other to make them disappear. You would start your game and you simply find the word, something attached on only one side that it can move freely. That would be a flap. So you drag flap here and there you have it. You would do that for all of those and it is timing you. So a fun little game, matching. And another option is the gravity. Now, I did try the gravity game and it was a little challenging, but it was still fun though. In the gravity game, what you do is you protect the planets from incoming asteroids. Here, it gives you options first. Do you want to answer with the term or answer with the definition? I say term. You can choose the level, easy, medium, or hard. And then let's go. So start the game. This is the definition. Covers or protects. It's going to be shelter. Your child will then type in the word shelter and hit enter before it hits the earth. That will be how they do each one. You can escape or pause the game if you needed to pause, if it's moving a little fast. You have that option as well, and you can also restart. They can play this game as many times as they need to. And it helps to just solidify and create a memory for those words. this is how it goes. And once they finish this section, they can move on to the next. There's still learning here. You started learning these items, keep it up. So this is where it's not been finished, obviously, because I'm going through and showing you, but it's not been finished. So it gives them an idea of where they are. Then they can also go on to lesson 2. It has all the different lessons here. So that is the online portion of Wordly Wise that is really fun and added an extra dimension to the curriculum. As you can see, there are tons of options to add that in. As I said, you can have your child do the test online as a pre-test and do the actual test in the booklet. You can have them do it all online, and you can simply grade them and know that they have completed it. It will keep up with the record of what your child has done. When you create that account for them, that is a free. It's a great curriculum, guys. I so far love it. We will see. I'm thinking of creating like a review section for them throughout to see if they're really retaining it. But so far, after 3.5 weeks of use, the girls have retained all of the vocabulary words and they're having fun just using them in everyday language. So I hope that this in-depth look into the curriculum and our opinions of it are helpful for you in making a decision to see if it's something that you want to use. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to go ahead and put those in the comments. I will get to them ASAP. I know how important it is to get others' opinions about curriculum and just to be able to put your eyes on it and see what extra features there may be. This online option is a great extra feature that Wordly Wise has set up for your child. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click on that notification bell, and I will see you right back here at the Life of Tillmans for another video next time. Bye.